already? Okay. So where's everybody going today?
The lounge for now.
The lounge for now. Okay. Happy hour?
Yeah,
You too, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna feel a little pressure in your ears. We're moving at 21 miles an hour.
How fast?
21 miles an hour, 3 flows per second. It's pretty fast. It's like a pre-ride before you go on the rides. You guys are going on the rides. And we're a double-deck elevator. Today we're the lower one. One is attached right above us. You can watch them through that camera right there. And there's a camera right I always confuse that camera, TV. Because we have a lot of elevators. The biggest one we have is the opposite. Like the TV is on that side and the camera is on this side. So, and you guys have access to 108 and 109. That's the indoor and outdoor deck. And the indoor has the air bar. Our signature drink is the jet fuel. So you guys be sure to check that out. Okay, here we go. 107 Lounge on your left. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mancini, co-author of Eating Las Vegas, the 50 Essential Restaurants. Once again, bringing you guys behind the scenes with the chefs and the restaurateurs who make this town great. We have got Claude Gaty and we have Rick Giffen of Top of the World, which I guess I don't have to tell you people that because we just look behind them and we've got the entire city laid out in front of us. Guys, gentlemen, I'll be going back and forth, so make sure I get you before you know, once you start talking, give me a second to get there. First of all, let's talk about the book. Let's get the book plug right out of the way first, man. You guys were included in Eating Las Vegas, the 50 Essential Restaurants. What's it like to be included in this book? Does that actually mean something to you?
It's a huge honor, man. I mean, there are hundreds of restaurants in Las Vegas, and out of those hundreds, there's probably at least 80 to 100 that I love going to all the time, and just to be part of that list is freaking amazing, to be honest with you. It's fantastic, and this is it right here, baby.
Okay, and so let's talk a bit about this restaurant. You know, I say it in the book, and a lot of people have said it. Before you two came into this restaurant, this was a great place for review, and people were kind of really lukewarm, if not in some times horrified by the food here. I mean, it had a reputation as great view, mediocre food at best. You two came in, and what was your goal coming in here, and how did you want to change that?
Well, Rick called me and said, hey, you want to take over Top of the World? I said, sure, that's going to be a great challenge. So, you know, I was ready for it, and it has been a lot of work, but it's fun, you know. So if we don't have fun, that's where it stops for us. But it's got to be fun all the time, and make sure we do great food and we take care of the guests, because that's number one on our list.
So, Rick, what was your concept to reinvent this restaurant?
Well, you know, the first couple of months I was here, I did a lot of walking around and just seeing what was going on in the hotel, and I worked a lot in the other restaurants and kind of wanted to take my time on this one. And I would ride up and down the elevator like 20 times a day and just talk to the guests that were coming out of the restaurant. I'd be like, hey, how was dinner? Dinner was okay. The view was amazing. The food, it was all right. And so then my goal became to basically for people to say the food was just ridiculously out of control and great, and the view was pretty good, you know?
Right.
And so we're starting to get that kind of comment now where they say the dining experience was amazing and the food was, or the view went along with it, so that's huge for us.
Now, you've got one of the more interesting views, but this, especially where we're standing here, and it may happen while we're shooting this, you've got a great thrill ride on the top of this tower here, and I did it. I was scared to death doing the damn thing.
Fantastic,
but
isn't it?
I got paid to do it from one of my editors, otherwise I'm afraid of heights. But you actually get strapped onto a rope and you just literally jump off the top of the tower here, and those people plunge right past your diners in the restaurant.
It's pretty darn exciting. I mean, we both did it the same day, the week before it opened to the public, and it's quite the rush. But every single 7 minutes, someone's flying by the restaurant, and it's exciting for the guests. I mean, they run over and take pictures, and they want to get their pictures taken of people flying through the sky behind them, and it's quite fun. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. This is this beautiful, kind of quiet restaurant with this serene view, and then it looks like somebody's committing suicide right out your window.
Correct.
So you get a little bit of an adrenaline surge too in the middle of this great meal.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Claude, how would you describe what you're doing cuisine-wise here?
Well, being top of the world, we felt that we had to address different tastes from around the world, and we're not crazy out there, but what we do is different food from different backgrounds. So we try to get the taste from different background, and that's what we're trying to do, being eclectic and fresh.
So a typical meal here, run through like what people might have to choose from.
Well, I mean, our number one selling thing is lobster bisque. Everyone really wants to try lobster bisque. If they've never had it before, it's pretty decadent. Caesar salad is a big mover, and then we have other more obscure salads like a frisee salad with fresh roasted beets and things like that. The tasting menus are amazing. You have little samplings of like a miso marinated black cod. You've got a little petite filet. You've got many little fun tastes to enjoy, and you don't really get too full because there's so many courses are coming at you. You kind of just wade your way through all the tastes. It's a lot of fun.
How many courses in that tasting menu?
Well, we have a 6-course and we have a 7-course.
Okay, and price point? I know people will be seeing this down the line, and prices are always subject to change. But right now,
they're subject to change. But for the most part, they're $85, and then with wine flights, you can go up to $115.
Which is still an incredible bargain.
Yeah.
I mean, there are restaurants in this town, and I'm not even talking about the super expensive restaurants, but a typical restaurant in this town, I mean, even to get 5 courses for under $100 is pretty rare.
Oh, yeah, for
without
sure.
a wine pairing. So, I mean, you've got a great price point here. You've got probably the best view in town. I mean, it's got to be the best view in town, and and you can still get out of here at a reasonable price.
Yeah, I mean, the whole concept is give them good price value, have them remember great quality, have them tell people about the food and the view, and keep building business.
Okay. What's your favorite dish, Claude, if you're going to recommend one dish to people?
Right there on the spot. I mean, I like simple food myself, but if you say what's my favorite dish, even going to the lunch was just ate, which was a duck slider. That's my favorite dish. But otherwise, after the menu will be the black cod.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, I just had the duck slider, and that's part of. Why don't you tell people a bit about the lounge menu that you have going on here, both the small plates and the large plates, and then about the incredible happy hour you have.
Well, we have a lounge menu that starts at 4 p.m. every night and goes till about 11 o'clock, and based on business levels, and it's an eclectic menu of some spins off of the main menu, as well as some other things like flash fried calamari with a wasabi sour cream and kind of a marinara, but not really traditional marinara. It's a lot lighter. We have a trio of sliders with 3 different butters on them. We've got some really fun lollipop chicken wings with a kind of a Asian chili sauce, and then with crumbled blue cheese on top for a garnish, which makes it real nice. And then we have tons of specialty drinks, as well as a splits menu that comes off the top of the world menu. You can have petite plates, if you will, so you don't really feel like you're eating a whole meal, but you can enjoy a nice little bite and some savory things. And between 4 and 7, it's half price, everything. So it's a great deal.
I don't know if we caught that. Somebody just jumped off the roof again. It is crazy. Can you even see down there where they land here? I mean, it's just, wow, man, that's a horrible fall. That scared the hell out of me doing that thing. Sorry, I don't know if we caught that one, but I hope people did.
Isn't it?
It's great. That's sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the flow of thought,
No
but that's
worries.
what happens when you're here in the restaurant. You're talking, and then, damn, somebody just jumped off the roof.
People are always getting sidetracked. We have a lot of business lunches that, people are up here and they're in the middle of a deep conversation. All of a sudden someone goes screaming past the window, everyone starts laughing, and they have to kind of rebuttal and figure out where they were and get back at it.
And where we were, you talked, okay, so the lounge menu, you've got the appetizers, which they're around, say, the $10 to $16 range.
Yeah.
You've got a sampler, I think, for $39. There's
Correct.
several of the better ones. And then if you come between 4 and 7, those are half price. So
Correct.
those 2 incredible duck sliders that I just had with the Asian slaw upstairs, I mean, they're 2 decent-sized sliders. I
Yeah.
think they're $10 on the menu, maybe 12 bucks.
Yeah.
If you come between 4 and 7, you're talking $5 or $6 for these
For sure.
2 sliders that really show off your town. I mean, It's pretty amazing.
I mean, technically, you could have a big martini and a couple sliders for under $10, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is, and you're getting the view, and you're getting your same expertise, even that may be slightly more casual food. It's still bringing the same technique that you use in the main dining room.
Yep, same flavor profile, same ingredients, just at a discounted price and smaller portions.
And then the larger plates, which are just small portions of the exact same dishes that are down in the main restaurant. What do they run about?
I don't think there's anything over $30. I mean, everything's pretty much between like $14 and $28, something like that. But the rack of lamb, I believe, is around $16. And I mean, where else can you go and have a domestic rack of lamb for $16?
And you've got a band in during happy hour as well, right?
That's correct. They start playing at, what is it, 6 p.m., 7 p.m.?
6 p.m., yeah.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. And they play 5 days a week.
Yep.
Okay, well, I've got you here, and this has nothing to do with your restaurant, but I love to just give people some of the behind-the-scenes stuff we talk about. You've got a little bit of history. You spent some time working for some rock bands in your day, right?
Oh, yeah. I used to do a lot of backstage green room food. In a past life, I worked for a major movie company that did movies and shows, and I did a lot of backstage food, saw a lot of crazy things, and had a lot of fun.
Any good stories you can tell us?
There's some pretty fun stories. I wouldn't want to mention any names because they could be a little over the edge, but
if somebody sees you here in the restaurant, they might be able to buy you a drink and hit you up for some good backstage stories.
I'll tell stories all day long. It's a lot of fun.
Cool, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And yeah, when people are here in Las Vegas, first of all, they should know because they should have read Eating Las Vegas, the 50 Essential Restaurants. But if they haven't, they're seeing this video. One of the best view in town, some of the absolute best food here in town, and some great prices. 2 great chefs. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Come on up and see us.